fun detailed scrapbook layout to show you. This I'm starting out with a cut file from Paige Evans. I do believe it's called Corner Mandala or Corner Doily. And I cut it on a like Movie rose cardstock with my Silhouette Cameo. And I'm backing it with white cardstock to really have that cut file like pop. It's so beautiful, so detailed. And so I did a similar layout not too long ago on another Paige Evans cut file called like the half doily, where I go ahead and do a lot of the detail work in sequence from SpiegelMom scraps, and that's exactly what I'm doing here today as well. So the picture is from almost last year. Valentina was only 9 months in that photo, and she's almost turning 2. But we were at a wedding, and the colors were actually like this movie blush color too. So that's why our kind of attire goes with the whole scheme of the layout. So these are just some cut files from Peachy Cheeks studio. Those are some leftovers, but then of course I have some good old Maggie Holmes. You know how I love my Maggie Home florals, so I love the way that looks, but I got carried away here in the beginning like auditioning pieces, so I'm going to start gluing down the sequence. So I'm using sequence from SpiegelMom Scraps. It's Dragon's Tail and then I Dream of Jeannie, I believe. They're both kind of like a purpley pack, and then one's more like an iridescent and pink pack, but they both work well. And you can see I put on my phone for YouTube, because this is how I kind of like zone out. Valentina was probably taking a nap at the time, and I can just mindlessly put these sequins in a pattern and highlight the design of the cut file. So that's what I do. I do speed this up shortly so that I don't bore you with this process to like 20 times fast on the editing program. So I'm going to zip through this right now. But I do take the time to go around certain of the details that I want, and the sequences are just fine enough that it blocks the whole thing, so there's not like a lot of hangover, just in case you try to do this. I am using liquid Tombow clear glue. This one works really well. I haven't had a problem, but I used my Scotch Quick Dry either, so either one you can do. I'm also going in with some stickles. This is in like a orchid purple color, and I also go in with Nuvo gold drops on some of the details too, and I slow it down right about now so you can see that first layer of detail. See see the iridescent and the purple stickles and the gold Nuvo, just beautiful, beautiful. And so I stopped there at the moment, but then I was like, you know what, let's continue on with the sequence. So here I go, speeding it up 20 times fast again, and I think I'm going in with the Dragon's Tail now, which is more on the purple side. So again, I'm accenting certain elements of the cut file that I want to have more purple tones, but the purple and the pink work really well with the cut file and the paper color and our photo. So this whole thing is almost like monochromatic, and I love it. So like I said, fast forwarding, and I'm going to slow it down again when I'm done with this kind of next layer of gluing down sequence, so you can really see all the details. Like, stop it, like, look how pretty. I really got creative on my editing right now, so I can slow those parts down because it zips by it when it's on the fast. But just a really fun technique, very simple. There's no mixed media on this. It just takes a little bit of labor of love. And so now I rounded the corners and matted my photo on white cardstock so that there's a little bit of a barrier between the photo and the cut file, and I decided on the Maggie Holmes flourishes. Why not? I'll save the other little cheeky peachy cheek ones for another layout. Sometimes I think why I chose these is because all the cheeky ones have like that white border around the flowers, and sometimes that's not my favorite when it comes to ephemera if I'm not on a white background already. You know what I mean? So like if there was already like white around it, not so big of a deal, but when it's on colored cardstock, I don't know, I think that's what was bothering me with the other option. Yeah, so this is pretty much it. I'm sorry for being a little MIA, everyone. Life is just very busy. Full-time working, probably like 2 jobs. Owning your own clinic is a lot of work. And, I always try to take the baby somewhere because she's at the sitters all day. And so it's very much taken away my crafty time, but I did get this one done. Maybe one layout a weekend is my goal right now, but I am prepping to do December daily, so I'm getting ready for that, to put an order in at scrapbook.com and things like that. So that will be coming, but I am keeping up with Project Life, so I should do a updated flip through for that for you. Thank you so much for joining me. Till next time, bye.